Thank you for trusting Dream Home Services for your home inspection. Before you watch the rest of this video, check the little gear icon right down here below my finger. If it doesn't have a white and red HD symbol on it, go ahead and click that gear and change the quality setting to 1080 60p. That'll give you the best look at the video. I hope you enjoy it.
The aerial footage gives me a chance to look at the house from a different vantage point than normal, either from on the ground or even standing on the roof. I can spot things from the air that normally you can't see. I can even look at the geometry of the structure in the event the foundation has shifted fairly excessively.
Okay, you guys know the drill by this point. We've seen the aerial of the roof. The roof shingles are in good shape. Actually, the only thing that I found up here, and we're down here at one of the passive attic vents right here on the end, on the back side, and just that back corner has come free. There's little clips that hook the top portion into the bottom portion, and I tried to put it back in there, but it won't stay clipped. You can probably hear it catches, but then it lifts right up. So with a good wind, that'll eventually start popping off of there, and you don't want that to pop off because there's like an 8x8 opening right there that goes directly down into the attic. So you want to make sure that these guys are going to stay on there pretty nicely. I'm going to spin right around here because one of the plumbing vents are over here. This house is, 9 years old now, so the rubber boots are still in pretty good shape. But, in about 6 years from now, you're going to want to pop up here and check on these guys because it's at the about 15-year point that they'll start to dry out and crack. Like we've got natural gas supplied to this house too, so there are a couple of exhaust flues up here, not too far from each other. Both caps are on pretty tight. The flues themselves are in nice. They've got the weather drip edge and they're flashed pretty nicely, so I don't see any issues there. The laundry vent duct pops up out here on the roof. Got the little flapper there. It actually appears to be pretty clean, so maybe these people don't use their dryer very often. And then the bathroom vents look pretty good. We'll take a look at those guys, of course, when we get in the attic space to make sure that the ducts are all still connected. So overall, except for that one passive attic vent there on the end, the roof looks to be in pretty nice shape. And for a change here, we actually have blue skies. And here we are up in the attic space. General construction, just like most other things, 2x4 pre-manufactured trusses, OSB decking, and the blown-in insulation. And over here we've got an insulation gauge over there in the distance, 16 inches. That's right on the money. Also, we have an installed light up here because the furnace air handler is located up here. We have a very nice work platform up here, so it's pretty easy to get to. Well, the controls panels, nice and easy to get to. Got the gas line coming in there. And then we roll over here and we see the roof connections for the bathroom vent ducting, and all of that appears to be connected pretty nicely. There's another section back there, just a little skinny area that goes over the cathedral ceiling there in the main living area. Can't actually crawl back in there, but we can take a look, so we're going to run over there real quick. All right, now we're looking into that attic area that's above that cathedral ceiling. So we've got good insulation in there, no real issues seen from here. Right over here, we've got another one of those exhaust flues. It's got the double boundary on it to keep the heat away from the insulation up here. And then we swing around the corner right there, and that is the laundry dryer duct properly connected to its roof connection point. So overall, the attic appears to be in pretty good shape. The electrical panel exterior wall in the garage. It is a Cutler Hammer brand load center rated at 200 amps, and there's our 200 amp main service disconnect. Come over here, we do see the stickers from the Department of Labor and Industries indicating the proper code inspection was performed. We come up again, we see we've still got some open breaker slots, and because of the natural gas to some of the big appliances, you probably got plenty of electrical capacity left in here. Right down in here, you've got the two arc fault circuit interrupter type breakers. It's actually a combination type AFCI, GFCI breaker, but it goes to the bedrooms and even catches part of the kitchen there, probably the lights in the kitchen, so just something to be aware of. And again, we're going to put the thermal imaging camera on here, check those breakers, and we see all 6 attachment points do have fasteners installed. All right, we've got a nice looking panel here. It was put together quite nicely. Down here at the bottom, no branch circuit conductors entering. We've just got one of the grounds coming in. We've got our service entrance conductors coming in, tying into the main service disconnect, and our service entrance neutral tying into the service neutral bus. Tucked there in the back, we see the bonding strap and the cross connect between the service neutral and the service ground. Taking a look at the breakers, all the breakers have the proper gauge and all single taps, even like the precision with which the electrician bent those wires. Very precise. Some of these guys are artists, I'm telling you. Got a good group of electricians here in town. And across the top, all our getting tongue-tied. Our branch circuits entering the panel, and they all enter the panel through the proper panel connections. So overall, the panel appears to remain safe and compliant. All right, here we are down in the crawl space. This is where the nitty-gritty is. Initially, it looks pretty boring, which is a good thing. Of course, you're looking at the perimeter foundation wall. And I'm going to just pan around real quick here so you can see how open it is, since we don't have any ventilation down here. And there's the pier, concrete pier and posts, and I can even see little cutaways so that I'll be able to pass between the different areas. Another good thing is the separation between your floor joists. They did not take the maximum 24 inches, so that's kind of nice to see. It's kind of close, but I've seen them a little bit wider. 20, there's probably right on 20 centers right in there maybe, but not too bad. Often in these neighborhoods I see them go as wide as they're legally allowed to, but these look like they're a little closer together than a lot of the homes over here. Got the good insulation in there. So we're going to start off running over to that corner right over there, because I see what appear to be a lot of spider webs. So I just want to kind of check it out and see who's moved in. Alright, so we're over here in this corner, the spider webs. Ordinarily, I like to see black widow spiders here at the crawl space vents, because they don't really want to come in the house, and they're down here eating the spiders, eating the bugs that do want to come in the house. Now, the brown spiders, like the one we saw in the bathtub, those are the guys I don't like to see. And I see another big one right over there in the corner, and I see the cylinder type web here. So you might want to just consider having some pest control done on the house prior to go into rental, just to keep those, make sure you don't get any of the hobo or brown recluse spiders going after any of your tenants. That would kind of suck. So I prefer to see the black widows, but we've got the brown guys down here, so you want to hit them with some good chemicals. All right, we've come to some of the first drain piping. This is coming out of the bathroom. Looks like it's probably the master bathroom drain pipes. Appears to be pretty well supported. Nice slope on it. We've got the service cap located right there. We're going to follow it down to where it goes out under the foundation. Before we go running off chasing down this drain pipe, we are still here underneath the master bathroom, and I stepped back and took a look at the framing, the floor joists. I saw something that I just want to talk about. So the way it normally works is you've got all these floor joists that run continuously between the different piers, or the foundation sections. So there we've got the pier and post, and on this end we've got the perimeter foundation wall. And you normally want these floor joists to stay continuous. Right here underneath the master bathroom, we've got a section where they came in and cut or just didn't continue this floor joist here. They've come in and they've put a perpendicular piece in between the other two joists, and then the one in the center
it's not continuous. It catches on there. So this joist in the center is not being fully supported by the foundation wall. It's getting some of its support from these two other joists. We have the same thing about 3 feet in the other direction going across. So I'm not exactly sure why they would have done that on a newer house. I sometimes see this on older houses when there's been a water problem or some wood rot. This house is just a little too new for that, but I just wanted you to see what's going on here, and if you can talk to, if you got some friends that are framers or foundation people, and show them this video and ask them why they would do this. It looks like it was done at the time of the construction. Why they would do that, I really don't know. All I can do is show you that it exists here under the master bathroom. Alright, here we are over where the main drain goes down and out, and your water supply comes in. It's nice to see that it's all dry and quiet, which is exactly the way you like to see it. So, overall, again, the crawl space is rather boring. It's quite wide open, easy to see things. My only concern is why underneath the bathrooms, and actually it's underneath both bathrooms, why they would have put those cross pieces in that keeps you from having a continuous floor joist. I don't really know. Maybe there's probably a good reason. I just don't know it. Otherwise, crawl space in good shape.